So, I'm here today, and I want to apologize off the gate because I am late. This was supposed to happen on Friday, but Friday was surprisingly busy. So, either way, I'm here today. If you haven't seen the live reaction, which I'm pretty sure you have in this corner right here as usual. Now, listen. This fucking chapter of Toriko. First of all, the biggest things here are the beginning and the end. Because the end, you have what appears to be a setup for Kaka versus Bambina. Now, granted, in the translations, there's always like a ... question mark exclamation point. That question mark may mean that this may not turn into a fight. And so I'll get to that later. But let me talk about the beginning first. Because the beginning is, to a certain degree, confusing and like, what the fuck. First of all, the detail as to which Komatsu was able to actually like fuse pair. That, to me, was what the fuck. Like this is way beyond food luck. And then I remembered, and I also saw in the comment section in the live reaction, right, he has the book. The whole pyramid, book thing that he found, the gourmet pyramid. And at the same time, I remembered, but does it actually tell you how to merge Bambina's pair specifically? Because you have to understand this one fact. There are other pairs that exist. The other pairs exist where? On the birthright tree. So this also, this also goes to Kaka, but I'll get to that sooner than later. So I'm not too sure if that is a legitimate reason as to why Komatsu would actually know the details of how to actually get the true pair by fusing the pair on Toriko's side with the pair on his side. And this to me is still, it's way beyond food luck. And I think Mitsutoshi has to explain that in full detail. Because I think the book is not enough. Because there are other pairs that exist. I'm not too sure if Bambino was actually strolling along on, like, Wanjuji Mountain when this book was even created. I don't know. So, we need more details about why Komatsu can actually know, like, how he actually knows how to do that. And speaking of which, his side, number 2, on the first part of the chapter. What the hell's happening here? Like this whole underworld, hidden world, back channel thing is like, it's like a pseudo afterlife. And I'm like, it's weird. It's a very strange concept that is now being like just thrown in there. Mind you, it's even weirder because, I remember in Area 8, they're placed in the gourmet world where time accelerates so fast, where your aging process like goes up, like it quintuples or some shit like that. What the fuck? Like, how do you make your aging process like thousands of times faster than normal? It's ridiculous, like some stuff like that. So it's only gonna get weirder and more confusing as things go, as this arc progresses forward. Not arc, as the saga, as the gourmet world saga moves forward. But the fact of the matter here is that we don't know that much at all about this back channel, hidden world, underworld concept. So you have Komatsu, who is like in near death, so maybe like his soul can like exist within like the back channel, therefore he can like operate within the back channel, which would mean that the monkey that Bambina is dancing with, his former lover, is actually like dead or something like that. But then, is that a pseudo afterlife or is it like the bona fide afterlife? I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. We need more details. We need more explaining. Alright? Like I said before, Kishimoto has a lot of explaining to do. Shit. Fuck. I want details. So, with those two parts, again, a lot of gray areas, not enough information. We have to wait for more info to come out. Which it will at some point, obviously. But the speculations can only go so far because our information to begin with is minuscule at best. And also, if that's the case, if it's actually like the real afterlife, then how the fuck can Tepe access it? and put Komatsu's heart there in the first place. I mean, is it like a maybe? Well, no, actually, I can't even make because I'm thinking maybe like because like in Toriko there's Phantom Beast, so maybe there was some type of like Phantom Beast that can go in between like the realms, and I don't know. But then at the same time, Teppei, he didn't have a Phantom Beast on him, so at least I don't think so. So it's like, no, he kind of did though, because he came out of nowhere. I remember that he came out of nowhere, like he just he disappeared like thin in space, like he just vanished, and then he just took out Komatsu's heart, and then he reappeared. I'm like, what the fuck? Like how does that happen? Like not Toriko and company with their enhanced sensory abilities could not sense Teppei at all when he snuck up on Komatsu and took his heart. So there has to be a lot more explaining. There has to be. Now we get to the latter half of the chapter. Monkey King of Bambina versus Kaka. Well, first of all, in the middle, real quick. Pear is beastly, obviously, just a giant golden ball. Well, not golden, but giant, but it's golden. I think it's golden. Whatever. It's sparkling and it's ball. All right, it's a sparkling nut, and it's like powerful. Like they can feel the power. Even the Toriko stopped, releasing their pollen, and you have Yunya come in there. That to me, I think it's utter bullshit. I don't see how all of a sudden Yunya, he's a high level camping monster. Like what the? No. I am not buying that shit for a second. That to me is utter bullshit. However, now we have the setup. Kaka versus Bambina. And let me tell you why I think that Bambina is going to spank. Literally. Because Bambina is sour as fuck. Alright? Like we've seen Bambina when he's fucking around, when he's pseudo angry, when he was kind of pissed at Toriko, and then he really want to eat them. Like, fuck, I'm gonna eat you guys. Bambina is sour as fuck right now. Like, he's really fucking mad because it's his lover, and he's dancing with her. And I'm pretty sure he knows that this moment is gonna last for like a few seconds. But the fact that Kaka has the gall to step in his moment right now, you ain't walking away unscathed. That's for damn sure. Gonna be some welts on your butt cheek. Yeah, what you doing, boy? You fuck out of here. I can see this shit. However, there are some things that we gotta remember. Number one, Kaka's a Blue Nitro. Alright, Blue Nitro, they ain't bitches. Okay, they're so far from. And again, I want to refer to the whole pair concept because I remember Kaka mentioning how Kaka has seen unique pair and that kind of stuff. And I'm thinking, well, does that refer to Bambina or the pairs at the Birthright tree? Remember, all the Birthright tree fruits are all pairs. So what I'm thinking Kaka is referring to is that particular pair, those pair in the Birthright tree. Because when Kaka first saw Bambina, Kaka, 2 words, oh shit! Like, so I'm just saying, like Kaka knows the power of Bambina, obviously. And this brings on the next point, where in which the Blue Nitro have showcased combat prowesses where they can even dodge Midoriya's, at least one of them could dodge Midoriya's Hungry Space, and that attack is, need I say more, it's fucking Hungry Space. And an invisible Oshoku Banzan that exists in, like, vacuum tracks within a certain area that can consume all matter. I'm like, bro, like, and energy too. And these guys fucking dodged it. I'm like, whoa. But at the same time, Bambina, near light speeds. And that was when he was like pseudo angry because they couldn't finish the dance. He's sour as fuck right now. He's sour as fuck. So, I mean, hey, at this point in time, it's a place your bets thing. And also, what's important to note is the fact that Pear no longer resides in Bambina. Pear has now dropped. So, now that we know that Pear's dropped, does Bambina have the same level of power that he used to have before it dropped. Maybe since Pear dropped, Bambina's overall powers have weakened. Don't know. I mean, after all, Pear did hold a massive... I mean, there was so much hype. Like, when you had Toriko and company have the black power face, and they were holding that nut, they couldn't move it. It was as if like they were trying to move the earth itself. I'm like, whoa, I get it. Damn. Like, it's one hell of a nut. So, the question here now is, now that Pear has been removed from Bambina's body, does Bambina still have the speed and destructive force and the strength that he used to have before they dropped? I don't know. I'm not too sure, but we're going to find out. So, I'm still going to place my money with Bambina. I still am. But I'm not that foolish enough to not recognize the hype and the combat prowesses of the Blue Nitro. Akasha did say, these are the guys that you don't want to fuck with. But also understand the fact that the gourmet world isn't run by the Blue Nitro. The gourmet world is run by the 8 Kings for a fucking reason. Just saying. So, that being said, I mean, and also, I mean, if you want to, go that far out, think about this for a second. We know that the Blue Nitro have, eaten various forms of Pear, and they have also eaten air, but they haven't eaten like a fully completed air. Like, it was only through Komatsu and company where they actually ate the true air. So, the question now becomes this. If the Blue Nitro was so powerful where they could dominate the gourmet world, how come they haven't eaten God yet? Assuming that the battle is guarding God, they haven't said anything about consuming or touching God. Why? I don't know. Alright? If we assume that we go across the gourmet world and each place has one of Akasha's full courses, maybe because the battle wolf is so goddamn powerful that they can't access God. And Bambina is only 90 catch levels below the battle wolf. But then again, I think it was also stated that the Nitro guard Akasha's full course. I'm not too sure. Either way, we'll just have to wait and see. At the end of the day, we can speculate all we want to about this particular half of the chapter. Either way, I'm still putting my money on Bambina, and whatever happens, happens. If he loses, I'm shocked. If he wins, I'm still shocked, but it's to be expected, in my personal opinion. That's the way it is. So, King Lightning, rate the video, comment, subscribe. The chapter overall, I like it. I like it a lot. However, the only negative thing, in my personal opinion, is Union. The fact that Union is a camping monster, I think is utter bullshit. So, the chapter overall, great plus. And I'll leave it at that. So, I mean, niggas mad sour, though. Great plus. We'll leave it at that. So, rate the video, comment, subscribe. Have a nice one.